Well guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of our video build-up series for the Enterprise refit. I've gone through, let it set, let all the rings dry up on the sensor bands, and got them drying in place finally. And I've gone through and I've, if you remember, I told you I had these ledges up here that I sanded down finally. Got them all cleaned up and drilled out my hole so we can pass the lighting up through, and got all the tabs drilled out. So now I'll zoom in and show you what I'm talking about. There we go. There are little lines right here at the front of the BC deck on top that are kind of detail lines. And what we did, if you remember, it's set about here, and what I did is I cut it out to where I can move it to where it's going to sit about there, to where that way the light will reflect down nice and evenly over this area for where the registration goes. And it's gonna look real nice. So what I'm gonna do now is take you through and gonna use some 040 sheet styrene, and we'll back out a little bit here. Use some 040 sheet styrene, and if you remember, I'm gonna cut out where these raised edges are, and then I'm gonna just take it and use a sanding pad and sand it down to where we need to be. So let me get my marker here, get it to where it's lined up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and line it up, and we'll do it this way. That way we got a good just kind of get a general I'll take the scissors and cut it. And then I'll match it up here. You're going to want to do this at kind of a 90-degree angle. So what I'm going to do is use a little bit of CA glue, put a bead on, oops. It's not wanting to cooperate with me here. And I use a little bit of zip kicker here, or Insta-Set. Oh, it fell on me here. Add a little bit more here. I'm going to take a little bit of zip kicker here and set it in. And then once that's set, I'll go through here and I'll let that set up for a second, and I'll go through here. There are going to be some rounded edges in here, so we're just going to take a little bit of all I'll do is I'll go through here and put just a little bit more on here to to hold it. There we go. We'll add a little bit of Insta-Set. We should be good to go on that one. Alright. Sorry about the screaming, folks. Just my family in there. We'll go ahead and mark the next one. I'm just going to set this down here and kind of hold it up there to kind of get a good get a good mark. What I'll do is I'll cut it. And it's going to have kind of a curve to it, so what I'm going to do is we'll do the same thing. It's kind of give it a little bit of a curve here. You can heat these up to where it'll bend, and we'll put glue. Boil it there to give it a little bit of a hard. And what we'll do is after we get this done, I'll go ahead and put some putty on there. We're gonna have to do a little bit of seam filling, but all right, we'll do the that one's on there. I'll hit this with a little bit of Insta-Set, and then we'll go through and do the next one. Alright, got that one set. Put a little bit of zip kicker down there, or a little bit of CA glue. Kind of give this one a little bit of a curve as well. We'll get this one set right where it needs to be.
Stop it. Here's your Uncle Eugene. What? Here's your Uncle Eugene.
You want to make sure that these are setting at a 90-degree angle, or else you're going to have a little bit of problems. So we'll put a little bit of kicker there. Alright, now those are set in. And now we'll do the last one here.
Stop it.
Alright, now we got that one on. Those on, now we can do this last one here. Put quite a bit of glue on here to hold it on.
Stop.
I may have to add a little more glue here. Hang on. Alright, add that. Now add a little bit of zip kicker. And now those are done. So next thing we'll be doing, the next video I'll be doing is I'll be going through and putting on my little back piece, my rear bulkhead for this, and then adding a little piece. And then I'll have this to where I can just get it to where I can just add it on a piece of sandpaper and just slowly start letting it fall down. So alright folks, well that's it, and then the next time you see me I'll have all this primed and ready to go. So we will talk to you next time to where we can have we'll start doing adding our photo etch piece right here. So, and then once that's on, I'll put a primer on. I'll put my adhesion promoter on there, and then put my primer on, and then light block the underside, the bottom side, where we can start laying in our lighting. So until then, we'll see you around. Have a good one.